Ever wonder how someone puts a price tag on like a whole business? It's
Hmm.
not like buying a used car,
Yeah.
right? You can't just like check the mileage and call it a day.
Yeah, yeah.
We're talking about like valuing a company's present, its potential, maybe even its secret sauce.
Secret sauce, yeah.
Today's deep dive.
Okay.
We're cracking the code of the business valuer.
Right.
And to, guide us, we're tapping into some intel from RoleCatcher.com.
They're a great resource.
They're not just about job hunting.
Right.
They've got this treasure trove of career insights we're about to unpack.
It's true. RoleCatcher goes beyond your typical job board.
Okay.
Their career guides are like, honestly, it's like having a backstage pass to different professions.
Okay, so you're intrigued by this whole business valuation thing.
What's the day-to-day really like?
Yeah, that's the big question.
Is it all spreadsheets and calculators?
Right.
Or is there like more to it than meets the eye?
Well, the RoleCatcher guide surprised me.
Oh, really?
While, finance and accounting chops are a given,
Sure.
they actually highlight critical thinking as the most sought-after skill.
Interesting.
We're talking a whopping 64% of job postings.
64%?
Yeah.
So it's not enough to just be a numbers whiz.
No.
You need to be like Sherlock Holmes with a balance sheet.
Exactly. Think of it this way.
Okay.
You're not just crunching numbers. You're piecing together a puzzle.
Okay.
You're analyzing economic trends,
Right.
researching market conditions,
Uh-huh.
even digging into a company's competitive landscape.
The guide uses the phrase detective work,
Wow.
and they're not kidding.
So give us an example. Let's say you're valuing a trendy new tech startup. Where do you even begin?
Okay.
What are some of the clues you're looking for?
Let's say this tech startup is creating cutting-edge AI software.
Okay.
A business valuer wouldn't just look at their current sales figures.
Right.
They dive deep into the AI industry, analyzing growth projections,
Okay.
identifying potential competitors,
Yeah.
and figuring out what makes this specific company's AI stand out.
Right.
Is their technology truly groundbreaking?
Uh-huh.
Do they have patents?
Yeah.
What's their potential market share?
Right.
These are just a few of the questions a skilled valuer would consider.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you're almost predicting the future of the company.
It's not just assessing its present.
In a way, yeah.
No pressure, right.
Right.
Speaking of pressure, the guide doesn't sugarcoat the pros and cons of this career path.
It doesn't.
On one hand, you've got great earning potential
Yeah.
and the intellectual stimulation of solving complex puzzles.
It's very stimulating, yeah.
But on the other hand,
Let's be real.
yeah,
Long hours, high-pressure situations, and demanding clients come with the territory.
right.
Imagine you're working on a major acquisition deal.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The stakes are high, deadlines are tight, and everyone's looking to you for accurate valuations.
Intense.
It's not a career for the faint of heart.
And it's not always a solo mission, is it?
That's a good point.
The guide mentions that being a business valuer can be both independent and team-oriented.
It's true. How does that work in practice?
Yes. How does that work?
You're off in your own world analyzing financial statements one minute,
Right.
then huddled in a strategy session the next.
That's the beauty of it.
Really?
You might spend hours, even days, deep in research,
Wow.
poring over data,
Okay.
and building financial models on your own.
Right.
But then you'll come up for air
Yeah.
and find yourself in a room with lawyers, investment bankers, and company executives,
Oh, wow.
all relying on your expertise to make informed decisions.
Okay, so we've established that this isn't your average desk job.
Definitely not.
But what about climbing that corporate ladder?
Right.
The guide maps out 5 distinct stages,
Okay.
from junior valuer all the way to VP.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like quite the journey.
It is, and it's fascinating to see how the responsibilities evolve alongside those titles.
Yeah, I bet.
You might start as a junior valuer, mainly assisting senior colleagues with research and data analysis.
It makes sense, yeah.
But as you gain experience and expertise,
Right.
you'll gradually take on more responsibility,
Uh-huh.
eventually leading your own valuation projects
Wow.
and becoming a trusted advisor to clients.
And let's not forget those certifications mentioned in the guide.
Yes.
The CVA, the
Yeah.
ASA.
Important acronyms.
What exactly do those acronyms mean,
Right.
and why should anyone care?
Think of those certifications.
Okay.
The Certified Valuation Analyst, CVA,
CVA, right?
and Accredited Senior Appraiser, ASA, for example,
ASA.
as a signal to the market that you've achieved a certain level of expertise.
Okay.
It's not just about letters after your name.
Right.
It demonstrates your commitment to the profession.
Right.
and gives potential employers confidence in your abilities.
So it's like earning your black belt in business valuation.
Exactly. It
Wow.
shows you're not just starting out. You've put
Uh,
in the time and effort to master the craft.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely. It's interesting that you mentioned a black belt
yeah.
because the guide actually highlights the importance of continuous learning in this field.
Makes sense.
It's not like you learn all the valuation formulas and call it a day.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The business world is constantly evolving, so valuers need to keep up
Right.
or risk getting left behind.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And that's where those specialized certifications can really give you an edge. For example, if you're interested in valuing tech startups,
Right.
getting a designation like the Certified Technology Enterprise Value CTEV credential.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Right.
CTEV. Okay.
It could make you a hot commodity in the industry.
So you're not just a business valuer.
Right.
You're a tech valuation specialist,
Exactly.
a healthcare valuation guru, a master of your niche.
That's the idea.
Speaking of niche, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say, the algorithm in the spreadsheet.
Ooh, good one.
AI is everywhere these days,
That's true.
and business valuation is no exception.
Right.
What does RoleCatcher have to say about this brave new world?
Well, it's fascinating because
What?
RoleCatcher itself is at the forefront of using AI to help job seekers.
Oh, interesting.
They've got these AI-powered tools that can analyze job descriptions,
Okay.
match you with potential employers,
Yeah.
even give you feedback on your resume.
It's like having a personal career coach powered by algorithms.
Right.
But how is AI actually changing the way business valuation is done?
One of the key trends the guide highlights is the increasing specialization within the field,
Okay.
particularly in areas like technology, healthcare, and renewable energy.
So the niche areas. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
AI is accelerating that trend
What sense?
because it's incredibly effective at identifying those niche skills that employers are looking for.
So give us an example.
Okay.
Let's say I'm a business valuer who also happens to be a blockchain enthusiast.
Okay, I like it.
How would AI connect those dots?
Imagine this, a cutting-edge fintech company developing a new cryptocurrency platform needs a valuation.
Okay.
Their financials are complex,
Right.
their technology is groundbreaking,
Uh-huh.
and they need someone who understands both the financial intricacies and the nuances of blockchain technology.
It's very specific.
Right. That's where your specialized knowledge comes in.
Okay.
And that's where AI can step in to match your unique skill set with this very specific valuation need.
Okay, that's pretty amazing.
And it's pretty cool.
It's like AI is playing matchmaker
Yeah.
for valuers and the companies that need their expertise.
I like that analogy.
But all this talk about AI makes me wonder,
What's that?
is it coming for the valuers' jobs?
Ah, the big question.
Are we all going to be replaced by robots with calculators for brains?
That's a question a lot of people are asking.
Right.
And the guide actually addresses it head on.
Okay, good.
While AI is undoubtedly changing the game,
Mm-hmm.
the human element is still crucial.
Okay.
In fact, the guide suggests that AI will actually make business valuers even more valuable
Interesting.
by freeing them up from tedious tasks
Okay.
and allowing them to focus on higher-level analysis and strategic thinking.
So it's less about AI replacing humans
Right.
and more about AI augmenting human capabilities.
Precisely.
Got it.
Think of it as a partnership
Okay.
where AI handles the heavy lifting of data analysis,
Right.
while human valuers bring their critical thinking, intuition,
Mm-hmm.
and nuanced understanding of the business world to the table.
So it's like having a superpowered sidekick
Okay, I like where you're going with this.
to help you fight crime, except instead of fighting crime,
Yeah.
you're uncovering the true value of a business.
Exactly. And speaking of uncovering value,
Yeah.
one thing that really stood out in the guide was the emphasis on the interview process.
Oh, interesting.
They even offer AI-powered mock interviews to help you prepare.
It's like having a crystal ball
Right.
that lets you see into the future of your interview.
I love it.
What kind of questions should someone expect in a business valuation interview?
Well, they're going to want to test your technical knowledge, of course.
Of course.
Be prepared to walk them through different valuation methodologies,
Right.
discuss financial ratios,
Mm.
and explain complex accounting concepts in a clear and concise way.
So brush up on your discounted cash flow analysis
Definitely.
and know your EBITDA from your EBIT.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But it's not just about spitting out formulas.
Right.
They'll also be looking for those intangible qualities.
Like what?
Your problem-solving skills,
Okay.
your ability to think critically under pressure,
Right.
and your passion for the world of business.
Right. They want to know you're not just a number-crunching robot.
Exactly.
You're a strategic thinker, a problem solver, and maybe even a bit of a storyteller.
Oh, I like that.
After all, you're not just valuing a company.
Right.
You're telling its story through numbers.
I love that, telling a company's story through numbers.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
business valuation is about understanding the people behind the balance sheets.
Oh, that's a good point.
The entrepreneurs, the innovators,
Right.
the risk takers who are building something special.
It's about putting a price tag on their dreams, their ambitions, their hard work.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty powerful thing.
It really is.
You know, it strikes me, this idea of telling a company's story through numbers. It applies not just to those like billion-dollar tech giants,
Right.
but also to the, local businesses that make our communities tick.
Absolutely.
Right.
Think about like the family-owned bakery down the street.
Right.
Or that independent bookstore you love.
Yeah.
Business valuation plays a crucial role in their journey, too.
So it's not just about mergers and acquisitions.
No, not at all.
When would, a small business owner actually need a valuation?
All sorts of situations.
Really?
Securing a loan to expand,
Okay.
bringing on new partners, even planning for retirement, or passing the business on to the next generation.
Oh, wow.
A valuation provides a clear picture of what the business is worth,
Right.
which is essential for making those important decisions.
It's like giving those businesses a fighting chance
Yeah.
in a world,
Right.
dominated by corporate giants.
It's true.
And speaking of which, let's circle back to AI one last time.
Okay.
It sounds like RoleCatcher's saying that AI isn't just, changing the game. It's rewriting the rule book
Yeah,
for how business valuation is done.
What's interesting is how RoleCatcher is putting those AI insights into action,
Okay.
not just in their career tools,
Right.
but in the way they're preparing aspiring valuers for this evolving landscape.
So it's not enough to just be good with numbers anymore.
It's definitely not enough.
You got to be AI savvy too.
The guide emphasizes that a successful business valuer in the age of AI needs to be what they call a T-shaped expert.
T-shaped? What does that even mean?
Imagine a capital T.
Okay.
The vertical line represents, deep expertise in a specific area.
Okay.
Like healthcare, technology, or manufacturing.
Right, your specialty.
Exactly.
Okay.
But then the horizontal line represents a broader understanding of business fundamentals,
Got it.
data analysis, and yes, even AI, and how it's impacting valuations.
So you've got to be both a specialist and a generalist.
Yes.
A master of your niche and fluent in the language of algorithms.
Exactly. And the guide suggests that this kind of T-shaped expertise
Right.
will be even more valuable as AI takes on more of the routine tasks.
Makes sense.
It frees up valuers to focus on what they do best.
Which is?
Strategic thinking, complex problem solving, and providing insightful advice to clients.
It's almost like AI is becoming the valuers, like trusted sidekick,
Right.
handling the data crunching so they can focus on the big picture thinking.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
And as AI continues to evolve,
Yeah,
who knows what exciting possibilities will emerge.
it's true.
But one thing's for sure.
What's that?
The need for skilled, ethical, and forward-thinking business valuers is only going to increase.
So for all our listeners out there who, love digging into complex puzzles,
Love a challenge.
who thrive on challenges,
Absolutely.
and who want a career that's both intellectually stimulating
Mm-hmm.
and financially rewarding,
It's a good combination.
business valuation might be right up your alley.
It very well could be.
Yeah.
And thanks to resources like RoleCatcher's in-depth career guide,
Yeah.
you don't have to navigate this world alone.
That's true.
They're there to provide insights, support,
Right.
and maybe even a little AI-powered assistance along the way.
Because let's face it, putting a price tag on a business, on a dream, on someone's life's work,
It's a big deal.
that's a pretty weighty responsibility.
It is.
It takes skill.
Good.
It takes expertise.
You got it.
And maybe even a little bit of artistry.
And for those who dare to dive into this fascinating field,
Yeah.
the impact they can have is immeasurable.
So the next time you hear about a company being acquired,
Okay.
a startup getting funded, or even a small business changing hands,
Right.
remember the business valuers working behind the scenes?
The unsung heroes.
Crunching numbers, connecting dots,
Absolutely.
and ultimately helping
Yeah.
to write the next chapter in that company's story.
Now that's a story worth telling.
Until next time.
Keep diving deep.